Some of the common problems I've seen that everybody's been doing is that you got to make the bottom lip fit underneath the top lip because that's just the way we are. We're built that way. Also, complete the back of the wing of the nose and make sure that you got a nice rounded surface coming around. The ball on the top of his nose, we can shape that somewhat later on. And the chin. Make sure you get the chin starting to curve around and get the shape of that chin. Particularly the ones that are doing the lady. It's not a heavy chin on a lady. Nice gentle curves. And then where there's a definition between material and the neck there on this guy, the collar, make sure you get a nice sharp edge in there to create the shadow. And then eventually make sure you round over his jaw. The jaw does not have a sharp edge on it. Okay, so now we have to work above the nose. I've often said the nose anchors the face. Well, the nose, in this case, we've only completed the bottom part of the nose. Now we have to start to complete the top part of the nose. So the nose ends up at the bridge of the nose, which is just below the eyebrows. So that's a way up here. So establish a width in there that you want to establish for the bridge of his nose. So eventually we're going to be able to bring that down and remove some material, something like that. So all of the material on both sides can be removed. And the whole idea of that is then we can set the eye. And if you notice the eye, this part of the eye sticks out and this part of the eye is going to be lower. So we've got to remove this material in here in order to create that shape. So this coincides with this section in here. So I'll remove all this material in here and in here to start to create that shape. So if you look at a finished carving, you'll see maybe more what I mean. See the width in here, and then on the side view, remember this eye, the corner of this eye sits prouder than this curves in. So eventually we're going to create that shape going in, and that removes this piece of material on the top of his nose. Okay, so I'll go ahead and set that up. I would use a round gouge, maybe about a number 8. And get that material removed in there. So can you see that hollow in there now? I've created a substantial hollow in that. That'll zoom in enough for me to highlight it a little bit better. So I've created this substantial hollow high in here, but now I've got to take, and from the corner of the eye here, I have to swing it around. I have to create that shape in there. I used a gouge in here. I used a number 9 gouge, 8 millimeters wide, to create this shape in here. Now I'll use a V-tool to create those edges that I need in order to set up that eye. So a flat surface, I like to carve an eye on a flat surface. So can you see the eye here now? By creating a V-tool, by putting a V-tool in the bottom here and creating that shape and creating that shape, it curves from the outside around and then goes into the center. I'll put a pencil mark in there so maybe you can see it a little bit better. Oops. So that's compared to the other side, which has not been done. There is one side done. I'll pass it around. I'm going to work on the area between the back of the wing of the nose and up underneath the eye. You can see this guy here has a bag under his eye, so we have to get rid of some of the material in this general area here. So I'm going to use that same gouge I used to clean out that area there to put a stop cut in for the wing of the nose. So It's very simply done. You just simply put it in and give it a good jab. And by doing that, then you can remove the wood behind it. And that creates that nice shadow that you get for that area there. And now I'm going to just come in and I'm going to remove the wood a little bit above and behind so that I can create that nice hollow going in here, and that helps to shape this section of the nose here. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so there it is with the gouge taken out of here and the back of the wing established. So now we got to work on this area of the nose in here. We got to, in order to make the wing stand out a little bit, we got to take a little bit out in front of it. So the material in here, we take out some of that material in there, and that'll make this wing here stand out. So by scooping that out, it creates that shape. So what I'll use on that is I'll go to the big gouge and be able to start to take out some of that material. So I'll go ahead and do that. We've worked on our nose. We've eliminated a little bit of material on the front of the nose to make the nostrils stand up, the wing of the stand up. We haven't cut in the nostrils yet. That's a detail. We'll leave that until later. And then we've worked our way down. Now we've come up as far as the eye, so now it's the brow and the forehead. So what I would do now is I would take a V-tool and I'd round over the separation between the hair and the forehead, and round that over, and then that allows me then to round over the rest of the forehead and to get that heavy brow established. But that's all got to be rounded right to the center. So eliminate a little bit of material, and then you'll be gradually shaping it from about there around in order to create the forehead. So we'll go ahead and do that.